I'm Jacqueline, and this is a video for some very beginner yoga, specifically for my friend Bubbles, but we realized that lots of people could benefit from this, so I might as well put it on YouTube. This is from the Asana Pranayama Mudra Bandha book by the Yoga Publications Trust. And this is the Pawanmuktasana group. It's called the Anti-Rheumatic group. And so it's great at releasing energy blocks, specifically like in the joints and things. Gunnar approves. In the physical body, it helps improve circulation, self-awareness, and self-confidence. So, without further ado, let's get started. This is going to be done, this is appropriate for people of any skill level, fitness level, including elderly. If you can sit on the floor, we can work with that. And even if you can't, actually, you could sit in a chair and do a lot of these. We can find some modifications for you if that's something that you need. So this is going to be 17 different postures, movements. So yeah, let's get started. Okay, so we'll begin by finding what we call the base position. So you can scoot your flesh out from under your bottom and find a nice comfortable position. Your feet will be about hip width apart. You want to engage your core just slightly, just to keep you upright. One of the many paradoxes of yoga, you're going to be engaged but also relaxed. So extending the spine up towards the sky from the crown of the head. You want to keep the chin about parallel with the floor to keep the back of the neck open. You kind of roll the shoulders up and back to a nice neutral position. And just relax here. So this is what we'll return to periodically. And then you can relax back. You have the hands just behind the hips, elbows straight. And you can relax slightly back onto the arms. So this will be kind of our neutral position that we'll return to throughout this practice. So, starting in the base position, first we're going to do toe bending. So we're going to be always coordinating our movements with our breath. So basically allowing the breath to initiate the movement. Sometimes we'll breathe a little bit faster, sometimes we'll breathe a little bit slower, but just make sure that you're moving with the breath. So, let's begin. So with the toe bending, it's literally just going to be the toes. So when you inhale, the toes are going to come up towards the sky, facing basically back towards your head. And just stretch the feet out as you inhale. And then as you exhale, curl the toes over. Crunch them over. And feel the stretch on the top of the foot. And we're going to do this a few times, so just continue on with your own breath. Do this 10 times, 10 whole breaths. So, coordinating that movement. Concentrating on just moving the toes. The rest of the body is relaxed as possible. Including the legs, which is kind of tricky. We're just loosening up the toes here and stretching the feet, sending awareness, noticing how the body feels, specifically the feet and the toes. Again, coordinating that breath with the movement. Alright, and relax. Observe any sensations in the feet and the whole body. You may need to adjust depending on how used to sitting on the floor you are, your back, you might feel some tightness in the back. You always want to be comfortable throughout this, so do what you need to do to stay comfy. You may find it helpful to put your hips up on, sit on some blankets to kind of lift the hips up just a little bit. That might take a little bit of pressure off the back and legs. Okay, next we're going to do ankle bending. So literally, we're just going to move from the ankle. So the feet will also be moving, but we're not crunching the toes over. So as you inhale, the feet come up towards the sky and back towards your head. And on the exhale, point the toes forward. So your heels are going to be sliding on the mat a little bit. And again, relax everything else in the legs. And coordinate the breath with the movement. So inhale up, exhale down. Concentrate on the stretch in the ankles. Keeping the back straight and relaxed. Shoulders down, all that good stuff. Exhale, inhale, exhale. And just keep doing this a little bit to your own breath, making sure we're coordinating those movements. I'm going to breathe in and out through the nose as it's comfortable. If you start to get winded and you need to breathe through the mouth a little bit, that's all right. But it should be gentle enough that you can continue to breathe comfortably through the nose. But the big piece of yoga is accepting where you are. So don't put pressure on yourself to be where you would like to be or where you think you should be. Just accept your body's needs, listen to your body. Listen to your body more than you listen to me, okay? That's very important. Okay, so next we're going to do the ankle rotation. So let's just do this one foot at a time. So we'll start with the right foot. You're going to be moving in a circle from the ankle. So the rest of the leg is going to basically stay still. You might feel a little bit of movement, but trying to keep this movement limited just to the ankle and foot. So again, as you exhale, the foot's going to be pointed down. Coming around, we'll go clockwise. Inhale, the foot up and back towards you. So exhale, inhale. And as you're doing this, you're breathing, a little bit faster than your full slowest breath. But concentrate on that ankle movement. So all of your focus should be on coordinating the breath with the movement and on the movement and stretch in the ankle and foot here. Trying to perfect that circle and switch directions. Inhale up, exhale, point it down. Inhale up, exhale down. Continue doing this a few times, breathing in and out at your own pace. Concentrating on keeping that leg still and the rest of the body relaxed except for the ankle, which is kind of harder than it sounds sometimes. Alright, we'll relax that right foot and just notice the sensations in the ankle and legs, and just observe, no judgment. Alright, now we'll move on to the left foot. So inhale, we'll go clockwise first here too. Inhale the foot up towards your body and exhale around in circular motion, down pointed. And start moving in that circular motion, coordinated with the breath. In and out. Again, trying to focus on that movement from the ankle, your heels kind of sliding around on your mat. Trying to keep the rest of the leg still and relaxed, and the rest of the body. Breathing deeply. And switch directions. So we're going to go counterclockwise. Inhale up, exhale down and around. And just take this at your own pace, moving with the breath. So however fast your breath and feet are moving, just make sure that the breath is initiating that movement. Exhale. and relax. Just take a moment to notice again the sensations in the body and just observe without judgment. Okay, next, this is the ankle crank. So we're gonna bend the right foot up. Let's move this out in front of me. It's a little bit awkward at this point. You're gonna bring your right ankle over top of your left thigh, basically. Find a comfortable spot here. I find that I have to kind of adjust to make my ankle bone not like painfully hit into my thigh. But so it's kind of hanging off a little bit to the left outer edge of the leg, your ankle bone that is. And you're gonna interlace your toes with your fingers of your left hand. Your right hand is gonna be holding on to your ankle or calf, however is comfortable. And we're gonna gently start to rotate the ankle from this position. So keeping the hips relaxed, excuse me. And you're just gonna do that same kind of circular motion that we did with the rotation, but your hand is kind of aiding in this. So again, as we inhale, the foot is going to be at its most upward position. Exhale, bring it around and down. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. And if your ankle is popping, as long as it's not painful, that's all right. It's just little joint bubbles of fluid doing their thing, kind of getting warmed up. So if there's pain, don't proceed. But if it's just making sounds, you're probably fine. It's just lack of use kind of in these specific movements. So continuing that in this clockwise movement here, very gently, like this might seem a little bit abrupt, but it's a very gentle movement, don't force anything. And then we'll switch to the other direction, so going counterclockwise. Your hand is just helping you to get a more like full range of motion with the ankle. Relaxing again the rest of the body, making sure that back is still like in a comfortable straight position. And just breathing deeply here, noticing how the feet and ankles and legs feel. Concentrating on coordinating that movement, still the movement with the breath. And relax the leg down. Take a moment to breathe. Notice the sensations in the ankle and feet. And just observe. All right, now we're going to switch legs. So bring that left leg. We're going to bend it and bring it up, cross it over the right thigh. The left hand will rest on the left calf. And or interlace the hand with the foot. Okay. And again, kind of finding that sweet spot where, it's not pressing on your muscle uncomfortably, and your ankle bone's kind of on the outer edge, so it's not painful. All right, and we'll begin. We can go counterclockwise here. So inhale at that top point. And exhale, come down and around to the lowest point. Inhale, exhale. And continue on your own pace, gently, but full range of motion here. And we'll do this a few times in this direction, concentrating on coordinating this movement and the stretch in the foot and ankle, keeping the the straightened leg relaxed. Keeping the, back comfortable. All right, switch directions. We'll go clockwise. Inhale, upper position. Exhale to the bottom. Excuse me. And you can close your eyes through all this. I should have mentioned this at the beginning. But once you get the motion down, it is ideal really to do this practice with your eyes closed. Because it's just gonna help you like focus more on the movement of the body. Because we're just really fostering that mind-body awareness, the breath awareness, and we concentrate really hard on something that specific. If we're lucky, it can keep our mind from wandering off to different things. And that's a big piece of yoga also, is getting to like have that focus. But it is a practice, so don't beat yourself up if that's not happening right away, because that's, like I say, the other big piece is accepting right where you are. So it's all good. All right, next we're gonna do kneecap contraction. Very small, subtle movement, but this whole group of postures is working in like the very subtle body. But that's a good place to start. So, starting in our base position here, you can even put your hands back if you'd like. If that's more comfortable, maybe take a little pressure off the back. If the back is starting to get a little bit sore, you can lean back just a touch. So we're going to start with the right leg, and we're literally just going to engage the quad muscle. So the kneecap is going to move slightly, if you can see it. But you want to make this as smooth of a motion as possible. So as you inhale, you're going to engage the muscle, and as you exhale, slowly release it. Inhale, engage the kneecap, and it's kind of tricky, even though it doesn't really seem like it, to keep that left leg relaxed during this. So we're just concentrating on the right leg. And again, you can close the eyes here. Try to keep the rest of the body completely relaxed. Only this muscle around this kneecap is engaging and contracting with the breath. Inhale as you engage, exhale as you contract. Inhale as you engage, exhale, relax. All right, just do that a few times, coordinated with your breath. And feel free to close the eyes if you want. So forget how this goes, like this, yeah. Coordinating the breath with the movement. Concentrating on making this a very smooth motion and keeping the rest of the body completely relaxed. Easier said than done, I know. Okay, so then relax the muscles, relax the body, and just observe once again. Notice any sensations around the knee and the quad. Just notice the difference in the left and right legs now after we've done it with that one, and now we'll do it with the other. So relax the right leg. We're going to we'll begin the kneecap contraction with the left leg. So inhale, contract that muscle, smooth motion. Exhale, release that muscle. Inhale, contract, keeping that spine elongated. Exhale, release. All right, continue on with your own breath. We'll do about 10 of these. Inhale, contract. Exhale, release. Go ahead and close the eyes if you're comfortable, or just lower the gaze, so keeping the neck long and everything open, but you can lower the gaze just down to kind of a relaxed position, and just focusing on coordinating the breath with the movement and keeping the rest of the body relaxed, keeping that back comfortable. Consciously relaxing that right leg, even though it sometimes wants to jump in. It's like, okay, I see you, but you're not involved right now. Honor where you are. Relax. Contract. Relax. Nice, smooth motions. All right, and then go ahead and release all the muscles. Let's go ahead and do a Savasana here. Might need a little bit of use a little break, and this is a great way. So you're just gonna lay down. You can have this blanket underneath your head if you want. If the lower back is far off the mat, you can bend the legs, tilt the pelvis up slightly, and just like ground the lower back into the floor, and then gently lower the legs down. And what you're going to do in Savasana is just be completely still. You're going to relax as much as possible, basically like melt into the floor. Focus on your breath. Focus on relaxing every part of your body. And this is kind of allowing the body to absorb some of the benefits of what we've done so far. You get to return all the circulation. You might get to rest your back a little bit. Rest all the muscles. And just breathe in and out through the nose. Follow the breath if you have a hard time staying in the room here. Mind, that is, or your body. Follow the breath all the way in, down to the belly, and follow it all the way back out through the nose. Okay, to get up from here, let's bend the knees, and we'll turn over to one side and press ourselves up with our upper arm. Okay, and we'll return back to base position. Okay, and we're back. So, we'll pick back up where we were. Knee bending. So this is great for the knees, as you might imagine. So we're going to bend our right leg, put the foot flat on the floor. We're going to interlace our hands behind the knee, or under the thigh, basically. Keep that left leg released, keep the rest of the body pretty relaxed. And as we inhale, we're going to straighten the arms and straighten the legs. So we're going to point the toes and bring it as close to the ground as we can. As we exhale, we'll bend our arms, bend our leg back up towards the chest, and squeeze all that air out. So take this with your own breath, still coordinating breath with the movement. Exhale, squeeze it out. Inhale as you point the leg out. Exhale, back up to the chest. Just take a few of these at your own pace. This is great for the knee joints. Great to get some weight, some non-weight bearing movement going on there. It really helps to strengthen the muscles around the knees, since the knees are so fragile because they don't really have their own muscles themselves. If that makes sense. They're kind of delicate. So we just have to try to strengthen and loosen up the muscles around the knees, like the quads and everything like that. Alright, take one more like this and release that leg down. Take a moment to notice. You might feel this in the hip sockets, and just observe. You want to take it onto the left side, so bend that left leg flat onto the ground, interlace those hands underneath the quad. Relax the shoulders, keep the spine nice and straight. And inhale, straighten the legs, straighten the arms. And exhale, squeeze it in. Get all that air out. Inhale. And again, straighten the arms, keeping the leg as close to the ground as you can. And the foot never touches the ground when we come back up here like this. And take some of these at your own pace. Breathing comfortably in and out through the nose. Letting that initiate the movement. Really helping improve the circulation. Helping take care of those knees. right, great job. Okay, once again, we'll rest and just feel the body. Next, we're going to do the knee crank. Okay, so this is similar but different. All right, so you're gonna bend the right leg. Once again, interlace those the hands behind the thigh. And what you're gonna do is we're gonna keep the upper part of the leg straight. We're going to make a circle with our toes, essentially. So rotating from the kneecap. So inhale on that upward point of the circle, getting the leg as straight as possible. It's probably not going to be straight, but aiming towards that. Exhale once we hit that lower part. And so go ahead and take some of these, coordinating with the breath, of course. And you're going to concentrate on keeping the upper leg still. You're only moving from the knee. And concentrate on trying to perfect that circular motion. So you're drawing a perfect circle with your toes and still letting the breath ignite these movements. Okay, now we'll switch directions. So we'll go counterclockwise. And inhaling up to the center, exhaling down and around. So just be very gentle, of course, as always. But take it really slow and easy. It's kind of an unusual movement for the knees to do, but it's really good for their longevity. Especially if you have bad knees, of course, be, again, very gentle with your body, but doing this non-weight bearing movements with the knees is really good for them. So go ahead and release that leg down. Take a moment to observe. Probably feel this in the upper leg, maybe around the lower leg. Just observe, notice any sensations. And we'll switch legs. So bend that left leg up, interlace the fingers behind the thigh, and begin your circles. So inhale to the top. I'm going counterclockwise first. Inhale to the top, exhale to that bottom point. Again, so try to keep the rest of the body still and as relaxed as possible. Keeping that upper leg straight, still. And working on perfecting that circle gently. Coordinating that breath with the movements. You can close your eyes here, but I don't know, I like to have my eyes open for this one so I can see how my circle's doing. Nice deep breaths. And switch directions. Inhale up to the top. Exhale down. Keeping the back straight. Keeping that breath nice and smooth. Keeping this whole movement nice and smooth as possible. Great job. Okay, now release down and observe. Definitely a good time to close the eyes here and just notice how the body feels. Okay, next we're going to do half butterfly. Okay, so we're going to bend our right leg, cross it over. You'll have the left hand on the ankle, gently resting there. And then the right hand is going to rest on the right knee. And we're just going to gently press. This is the only one that we're actually not coordinating the breath. So just breathe normally, but you can do this movement a little bit more quickly. And you're just gently pressing, just kind of exploring the motion of the knee. You can see mine obviously does not go down very far. this is a good place to start with, preparing to be able to sit Indian style for an extended period of time. And just loosening up the hips. So concentrate on relaxing the hips. And then we can do this with breath coordination too. So you'll exhale, press down, but you're not pressing hard. Like you shouldn't be like forcing anything. Inhale, lift the knee up. Exhale, press it down gently. Inhale up, exhale down. You're holding onto that ankle. Inhale up, exhale down. And just concentrating on, now we can coordinate the breath again. And like I say, just relaxing the hips and exploring that range of motion here a little bit. Playing with the edge, not going past it, just very gentle. All right. Straighten out that right leg. Bend the left leg, cross it over. Again, keeping that ankle bone from being uncomfortable on your thigh. Place the left hand on the left knee, and we'll start with our up and down motion. Just kind of push down on the knee very gently, but just kind of relax the hips and breathe normally and explore this range of motion here gently. Focus on your breath and then also the movement and the hip relaxation. Okay, now we'll coordinate again. So inhale, bring the knee up, and exhale, press it down, relaxing in the hip. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up, exhale down. Concentrating on your breath, staying nice and gentle, and relaxing those hips and keeping the rest of the body relaxed. And release that leg down. Excellent. Okay, now, this is a good one. We've got the hip rotation. So we're gonna cross the leg over once again. So you got the right leg crossed over the left, and you're gonna hold on to your foot basically with your left hand, and then you can point out the finger on your right hand, which is on the knee, and we're gonna start making some circles, more or less, with the hip. So you're rotating the leg in the hip joint. So you're holding on, the foot's moving around some, and just begin, inhale to the upward part of the circle, exhale down. And just concentrate on coordinating the breath with the movement and keeping the hips nice and relaxed here. Exploring this range of motion, keeping the back nice and comfortable, and relaxing the rest of the body, including that left leg. And let's switch directions. We'll go counterclockwise now. This is great prep for, again, being able to sit in a cross-legged position for any period of time. It's a good way to loosen up the hips. Great. Okay, release that leg down. We'll bend the left leg up, cross it over, hold on to that. You can hold on to your ankle here or your foot, whatever is more comfortable. And we're gonna stick out that finger so you can imagine drawing a circle. We'll start going counterclockwise. Inhale to the upper point, exhale to the low. And you breathe in, you're not getting like your full deep breaths here, but keep breathing and keep coordinating it. You can do this as slow as you would like if you want to have a more deep breath here. We want to get a few rotations in, so concentrating on making a nice smooth motion, trying to make a nice circle, and relaxing Switch directions, go clockwise now. Keep those hips relaxed, keep the right leg relaxed. Do a nice hip rotation here. Okay, very good. Now release the legs down. We're gonna do a full butterfly. So bend both legs, bring the feet together like in an open book here. And just begin to, well, we don't want to bounce too much, but you sort of are. Just exploring this motion. Bring the knees up and down. Breathe here. Again, this is not actually coordinated with the breath. Just relax your hips, and we'll just take a few. Makes me think of flying, like if we were a kid doing this. Just release the hips, explore that movement. All right, great. Now back to base position. You can bend the legs and straighten them out if the hips feel a little bit funny after that, just to get everything straightened back out. Okay, so now you can either do this if you're comfortable in base position, you can stay here. If you prefer to try a cross-legged position or a staggered bent leg position, you can do that here also. We're going to move into the hands and wrists, and arms. So first we're going to do hand clenching. Okay, so we want to keep the shoulders nice and relaxed. We're going to bring the arms out in front of us. We're going to begin by exhaling. We're going to wrap the thumbs in and squeeze them gently, not too hard, of course. Especially some of you are very strong. Don't crush your hands, but as you exhale, squeeze the air out. Inhale, you're going to stretch the hands out wide to the top of that inhale, and then as you begin to exhale, slowly curl the hands in, wrap those thumbs up. All right, I'll take a few of these at your own pace. Nice, slow, mindful movements. Keeping the shoulders relaxed down from the ears, keeping some nice space among the shoulders, between the shoulders. Keeping the arms straight, keeping the back straight and comfortable, relaxing the rest of the body. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale, stretch. You really feel that stretch across like the center of your hand. Exhale, squeeze it in. Inhale, stretch. Exhale, squeeze. This is great for like arthritis or pre-arthritis or just anything in general, especially if you use your hands a lot. Okay, next we'll do wrist bending. So you can rest the arms for a minute, they might be getting tired. Roll the shoulders up and back, nice and relaxed, keeping that space between the shoulders, the space in the back of the neck, keeping that spine elongated. I like to imagine like a golden string coming up from the crown of my head, pulling my spine gently up towards the sky, so maintaining that throughout. So we're going to raise the arms up parallel to the floor. And as we inhale, we're going to stretch the arms like we're almost like pressing up against the wall. And we're going to keep the palms open throughout this. But as we exhale, we're going to, and the fingers straight, we're going to fold the wrists over and exhale, stretch. So you're getting a nice stretch on the top of the arms. Inhale. Get a stretch on the bottom of the arm. Exhale. Inhale. Inhale again, keeping those palms like open. Press against the wall. Exhale, back towards you. Inhale, stretch. Again, keeping those shoulders relaxed down. Kind of tricky to do. Exhale, palms towards you. Take a few more like this with your own breath. Probably noticing the muscles in the arms, but try to keep the back in a comfortable position. Rest if you need to. All right, release down. Very good. Okay, now we're gonna do a wrist joint rotation. So this takes a lot of concentration. So we're gonna bring the arms out straight once again. Thumbs folded under. Let's do one at a time actually. So we'll start with the right hand. Right arm out straight. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna rotate from the wrist. But we're going to be very conscious of keeping the arm and the wrist straight. So a teacher told me to imagine that you have a gold coin on your wrist that you're balancing there. So we'll start out going counterclockwise. So as you inhale, up to the top of the circle, exhale, down to the bottom of the circle. And continue to breathe here. Very mindful movements. Trying to keep the rest of the body relaxed. Keep this circle as smooth as possible. But again, concentrate as hard as you need to. This one's hard for me. To keep the top of that wrist from moving also. All right, and switch directions. We'll go clockwise now. Inhale to the top, exhale to the bottom. And take a few like this at your own pace. Ooh, I like that. Don't drop the coin. This is great for loosening up everything in the wrist and hands. Okay, and release down. Close the eyes. Observe. The arms are getting some pretty good workouts in these, even in these simple movements. This is really performed like before your actual yoga sequence, or this might be the whole practice of the day, depending on where you're at. But this is a great place to start for whether that's preparing for your continued practice, or if this is your whole practice for the day, because it just helps loosen everything up. Good place to start in the subtle energy body and joints and everything. So now we'll straighten out our left arm, straight in front of us, or parallel to the floor. Keep that thumb tucked in, and we're gonna begin with as big of circles as you can do with your wrist without moving the rest of the arm. So again, we got that coin on the top of the wrist. We're going counterclockwise to begin. Trying to keep the neck and back still comfortable. So inhale up, exhale down and around. Coordinating the breath, concentrating, keeping that wrist from moving. You're just rotating at the wrist joint. Directions. Coordinating the breath. Keeping the rest of the body relaxed. Trying to keep some comfort in the back. Okay, great job. All right, so next we're gonna do our elbow bending. Okay, so relax the arms a little bit. Take note of any sensations. They might be feeling a little bit tired. That's okay. rest if you need to. Pause the video, take a extra savasana if you want to. Otherwise, when you're ready, we will extend the arms out. We'll actually put them palm facing up. And again, you can do this in base position or from a cross-legged position. So, inhale, stretch the arms out, straight, palms facing up. Exhale, fingertips to shoulders. Inhale out, exhale in. Breathing nice and deep here. We got a big enough movement to make that seem practical. Exhale up. Keeping the rest of the body relaxed. Concentrating on keeping this a nice smooth motion. Keeping the upper arm still. And the shoulders relaxed down from the ears. You think of this as like an offering and receiving. All right, and release the arms down. Great job. Notice any sensations and allow them to be as they are. Okay, next is the elbow rotation. So, we're going to take our right arm out. Keep the upper arm parallel to the floor. Or basically so. We're going to be rotating from the elbow joint. So as you inhale, your arm is straight. Exhale, it's coming around and passing over the shoulder basically. Oops, inhale and exhale. Exhale. Keeping the rest of the body relaxed. Beautiful. Concentrating again on keeping this a nice smooth movement, coordinated with the breath. And switch directions, so we'll go counterclockwise now. Inhale out, exhale in. Shoulders relax down from the ears. Great. Okay. Relax the arms down and begin with the left arm. Inhale out. Exhale. Sweep it over the chest and shoulder. And continue this at your own pace, perfecting this circle. The rest of the body relaxed, coordinating the breath, releasing blockages in the elbow joint, being very gentle here still, of course, and switch directions, counterclockwise, or I'm sorry, this is clockwise now, I guess. Exhale. Sensations and just observe, accept them, and breathe. Okay, next is our shoulder socket rotation. So, I kind of switch back and forth between base position and cross-legged position. So we're gonna bring our hands to the shoulders and we'll begin by going forward first. So we're gonna rotate up and out on the inhale and exhale as we go down. So inhale up, exhale down. Beautiful. And just take these at your own pace. Coordinating your breath with the movement. Exhale. body relaxed. Concentrating on perfecting this movement and moving it with the breath, of course. And let's switch directions. So we'll go back and up and forward and down. So inhale to that upper position, exhale to the lower. And again, you can close your eyes in any of these to help you better concentrate on the sensations and on that breath coordination, on relaxing the rest of the body, keeping the back nice and comfortable. Beautiful. And relax the arms down. Notice any sensations once again. Okay, and finally, the dogs are having dreams on the bed over there, I think. We're gonna do some neck movement, just very gentle. So beginning from a place where the neck and head and spine are totally elongated. And so we'll inhale here and exhale, bring in the chin down towards the chest. Opening the back of the neck up, getting a nice big stretch. Inhale, return to center. And exhale, allow the head to fall backwards gently. Don't go too far. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, chin to chest, or as close to that as is comfortable. Inhale to center, exhale, chin up. Inhale to center, and just take a few more like this at your own pace. Keeping the shoulders relaxed down. Concentrating on the breath and the stretch in the neck. The front and back of the neck. Letting the breath initiate the movement, as always. The Anti-Rheumatic Pawanmuktasana Part 1. Alright, so now you can continue on to the rest of your practice, or just thank yourself for taking this time to take care of yourself. So, I appreciate your time and thank you for watching this video. And let's Om out, okay? So, we'll take a big inhale and exhale. We're going to Om together 3 times. So inhale, exhale, and inhale to Om. Okay, you'll get the idea. Okay, ready? Here we go. Sit with that for a moment. Feel yourselves freshly aligned, Thank you again. Namaste.